What number are we on?
We are on 27. I've already clicked go.
Yeah, I figured. Hi, welcome to another episode of That's the Thing to Overture. It is episode 27.
Yeah.
Been doing this for 6 months now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, and it is Wednesday, July the 19th. When I said hello, some person thought I was talking to them.
Hell yeah. You should just ignore them. Make them feel awkward. Make them
No,
do it.
it's pretend you're.
Pretend you're doing your e-commerce on your Bluetooth headset.
I don't have a Bluetooth headset.
Oh, come on!
Nah.
You gotta
I
get
have
it.
wired headphones with the little
The mic on
bolt
it.
thing on one of the ears.
Oh, remember, if you got the wired headphones, that's gonna mean like you look at the headphones, and you go, okay, not me.
Yeah, that's their fault.
Yeah,
And it's only
you
on
gotta
100%.
you gotta do it. Yo, I don't know how
You have the
time works
most
anymore.
obvious.
Anyone else feel that way? Like time? I don't get it anymore. Everything feels like it's taking an eternity and then like a second. I'm in the twilight time zone. Anyone else feeling it?
Things seem to go faster for me. It doesn't seem like it takes as long.
Like everything it's like taking really, really quickly, but then it's like glacially slow.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. I know exactly what you mean.
yeah, I don't like it.
Like, summer just started, and I feel like it's almost over already.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, this is like the last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's stuff I'm looking forward to and it seems like it's taking forever. But then like it's stuff where it's like, yo, that Baldur's Gate's coming out like next week. And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
shit!
like
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6. I don't feel like I actually waited that long for Street Fighter 6 to come out.
I agree. Speaking of
It's just a
Street,
year.
I kind of feel weirdly done with Street Fighter 6, but I'm not like upset about it. Like
It's just I just don't get to play it as much as I want to play it.
I think I played it as much as I wanted to play it, and I'm like good. Like I play, my Steam says I played it for like 56 hours. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of good, but it's not like I don't feel upset by that. I'm not like, oh man. I'm like, no, it's good. I'm done. I felt that way last week with like the Mechabellum game, but I only played that one for 27 hours, and I'm like, yeah, we're good.
That's where I am for Dead Cells. Like, I haven't even beaten it, like, beaten a run of it yet, but I'm just kind of like, I think I'm done. I think I'm good.
But but like you've spent enough quote unquote time for money that like yeah like I'm not like I didn't play it for like 2 hours and I'm like yeah I'm done. You're like no like it's an experience was had.
Yeah.
And that's kind of I'm like no it's good. It'll keep if I want to replay it again whatever.
Hmm.
That's true.
But yeah, I am not going to be playing that like Baldur's Gate anytime soon. That's gonna be a
Oh,
while.
you got an
I
Xbox
know it's definitely in the
Series S?
backlog.
No, I have that Pathfinder
Oh
one. I
my
haven't started.
god.
Mm-hmm.
I
No.
just saw a guy riding a bike with Rick Sanchez's face on it, but it was colored like the Joker.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Oh man! Now, Drew,
Hold on,
I'm gonna give
hold on.
you.
Oh, I gotta put it together. Hey Morty, you want to see how I got these scars? That's
Thank
not
you,
bad. That's bad.
thank you. See, because to
Can I
me,
get that again, but with a burp thrown in there?
Bert.
Thank you.
so like
We'll put it together in post.
to help your mental state, Drew, even slightly. And oh no, okay, would it be better, Drew, if if Rick Sanchez Joker was ironic?
No.
like so would it be better or worse, or is it just like some kind of singularity of bad? Because to
It's just
me,
a singularity of bad.
like Rick Sanchez Joker, maybe like my brain thinks that's hilarious, but not to the extent of like urban street fashion angry Tweety Bird. Like that I think is hilarious, but kind of good.
That's a level. Well, that also has a level of nostalgia applied to it that
Yeah,
Rick and
that's a
Morty
classic.
can't
Yeah.
attain.
Rick and Morty. Was it like a motorcycle or like a bike?
No, bicycle.
Okay, and like, cause I'm trying to picture like I'm picturing.
Like late teenage
Yeah, man.
Hispanic kid.
Okay, so
I
he's
can't. My brain's broken now because I can't stop thinking of Principal Lewis's belt.
I don't remember. Well, you have to tell me. My brain is dying.
It was Tweety. It was same thing. Tweety Bird saying there is no God, and his eyes are red because he's been smoking weed.
Oh no, that's great. Like that's
Every
legitimate.
time,
Because there's like I think it's because there's the juxtaposition of the two things, right? Like like Tweety Bird by itself is not like hardcore, but like weed smoking denial of God with Tweety Bird is hilarious. Whereas like that's just the character of Rick Sanchez Joker. Like there's not
Yeah.
like there's no contrast, there's no chiaroscuro to that shading.
Man,
It
dude.
just all is.
What's going to happen now? All right, now that there's a writer strike, how will
That's
Rick
true.
and Morty season
Whatever.
6? I think you're on gets finished.
I don't know. I think a lot of
I don't
like
know.
Don't care.
They need those amazing writers though for that fantastic story they're telling.
Listen, they already fired one of the writers, quote unquote. So now who's going to drive the RC car around the office and
I'll
piss
take
everyone else off?
Yeah.
I'll take that hit.
How are
Listen,
they gonna know I'm there because my dog's running around?
listen, I'll show up. I'll do it. I'll do it for half of whatever they're paying Justin Roiland. I will voice both Rick and Morty.
Evan, they're striking. You can't do it for
Oh
half.
damn, that means I'm a scab. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Hold on. Never mind.
Wait, hold on.
Although
What if I'm scab? What if I scab, but I scab to destroy Rick and Morty?
that's what I was gonna say.
Is that altruistic
No,
enough?
so you
No, that's
No,
like
it's
that's
not.
like the Daywalker. Like you're walking on both sides. Like you're that see, that's true anti-hero because like you're technically
shit.
doing the wrong thing, but for the greater good.
That makes me Blade. I'm down with that.
Yeah. See, you're like that's like the actual Punisher. You're like going in there to ruin Rick and Morty, but you are technically a scab.
not even technically, you just are a scab.
You are a scab, but you are doing like it's the gif where the guy's holding the gun but he's crying because your intentions are pure but your motives are
Isn't
not.
that Wesley Snipes holding the gun too?
I don't know. I'm bad at.
Yeah.
In my brain, that's like the Tony Hawk when I have to kill Tony Hawk in the race war.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that Wesley Snipes?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll trust
that's
you
what I thought.
guys on it because like
You've seen Blade?
I have seen Blade, but he's not wearing the Blade costume or the Demolition
No,
Man
it's from another
costume.
movie. Yes.
He's not Demolition. What was that guy's name in Demolition Man?
Demolition Dan?
Was it Marcus Phoenix? No.
No, it was some weird.
No, it's something Phoenix.
I'm gonna look up.
Right.
I'm gonna Demolition Man.
Dude.
Demolition Man. What is it? Who is the name? Simon Phoenix.
Simon Phoenix.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so
because you know what Simon says.
Yes, Simon Phoenix, and I forgot that Stallone name was John Spartan.
John Spartan.
John Halo
Fuck.
himself.
Oh man, I forget what's his name.
God, that's such a
Just so if anyone's not aware, we're very for the writer's strike and hope that they get everything they
Oh, I want
want out of this
executives
deal.
to just burn. I want to see executives roll out the AI written and acted TV show and for it to bomb. Like Homer's brother displaying the Homer. Where he comes out and then they're just bankrupt. I want it to happen so
But it
bad.
won't. Like, that's the problem, is it won't.
Well, that's the fear. The fear is that
Kevin, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's will the piggies eat the slop?
They will.
So
Oh, they
so
will.
you're on camp they will.
They will.
On,
Like,
I think enough
won't
of the
even-
piggies will eat it.
I'm on
It won't even be a slip.
Oh, really? Damn. Okay.
I have like faith in the piggies that they will not eat the slop. The only thing I'm doubtful for is that they're like sports are starting to come back, so they're gonna have like some problems. Like, listen, soccer and both footballs are coming back in the fall.
Well,
That's pretty hard.
no, that's still a problem for the movie industry, though.
That is true.
Yeah.
Then again, like they weathered COVID.
I mean, but like, did you see the news article that's circulating today about Zordon?
No.
The actor
Wait,
who
what?
played Zordon for the entire Power Ranger series got paid $150.
Oh, fuck off.
That's all because he came in for one day where they did some filming of his head, and then they just reused it for the entire show.
That is literally the Simpsons joke where they talked to the woman who did the voice of Roadrunner, and she said they only pay me for one meep because then they just played it twice.
Yeah. Granted, I don't have like verification on the sources or anything. It's supposed to be from like the Blue Ranger actor.
Yeah. I see. I'm looking at the tweet right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's talking about how they want to scan background actors in, pay them once, and then never have to use them again.
There you
Yep.
go.
Pay him half a day's work and be like, now we own your likeness for eternity, and we can train new likenesses on you.
Did you see? Yeah, like I saw like all those like rejections, and it was like, "Can I eat lunch?" And they're like, "No,
Can I get paid on time?
no,
No.
of course not." But we will admit, yeah, that happens.
Yeah, that does happen, but just because you're going to charge them more for paying late doesn't mean they'll pay on time.
What fucking like movie level, TV show level of villainy is this?
Hollywood executives?
Hollywood executives are like the worst.
No, Kevin, all executives are the
Okay,
worst.
all executives are.
Yeah, it's true.
That is why I have always proposed, and I'm on that thing that we talked about on the podcast, which is the high score.
Rich?
Oh yeah, you remember the high score where all income or whatever over like $1 million is taxed at 100%, but we give them a point total,
Yeah.
so they get to
So
brag.
they still have the number to like
Yeah,
fight
to
against,
brag.
but
Yeah.
People are just living in crippling poverty.
Yeah, listen, I think it would work. The only thing about it, and this is a sacrifice we're all gonna have to make, is we're gonna have to act really impressed by the rich people's points total. So like when
That's the garbage of it, is we don't even have to act. There'll still be so many people sucking them off, being like, oh wow, look at his high score.
Okay.
Elon Musk has lost more money in like the last
love
3
it.
months than anybody else, and people are still sucking them off.
Oh, they will never stop. But imagine if like it was just his points, and all that money could be going for good places. I'm saying the points it's such a good idea. It would.
What if we just started stealing from him? Like he wouldn't notice. Like they keep
I
saying
think
he's
that's
like
happening.
hundreds of billions of dollars, and we just take it. We just take it.
I will lie to him and say I've created a robot that does stuff, and just take his money.
Listen, I think we could do it. We just got to get him to buy our fake thing.
It's a sex robot that can get pregnant.
Yes.
It's a robot that'll reverse your divorce. It'll just do it.
No, it's a no. Oh, no, I can't. Man, that's nope. Nope. Can't go there. That's too
I think I know where you're
graphic
going.
and
No,
bad
no,
tasting and nope.
Okay. It's a neural implant that will make people like you. It's
He's already working on that. Give him.
yeah, he is. That's
No,
why the
it's-
monkeys are
it's
dying.
AR, but like every time it's a woman, it puts a face of not disgust on them when you walk by.
Oh, okay.
It's perfect.
And when
yeah.
you look down, it makes your wiener look bigger.
Ooh.
When it looks bigger,
we're
look
gonna
more
call
muscular.
it like the true reality. Like,
Yeah.
well, like it's listen, it disallows people to see the world as it really is, and they put it off.
Yeah,
And
we're
then
we're
and then,
getting
like,
out of the matrix, guys.
Yeah, we're taking them out of the matrix.
Wink, wink.
So when they're like putting on the glasses, Elon looks like really ripped and tall and handsome.
And it's the more money you pay, the better you look.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Put the
it.
gachas. Put the gacha mechanics.
Don't you love?
You gotta roll
haven't
for
you
a better
always-
body.
Yeah, haven't you always wanted to be Peter in Spider-Man when he wakes up with superpowers that first day and he's just jacked? He didn't do anything to earn it. He's just jacked.
God, like literally every day.
Oh no, Kevin.
Like-
That the gotcha one's the is the next level. But when we get to that level, you're going to be able to get anime bodies too.
Oh, there you go. Make
So you can look like
animators
the
real.
Joker or Batman.
I thought that you were gonna say the Joker or Rick and Sanchez or some fusion of
Yeah.
Rick Sanchez and the Joker.
God, this is how psychopaths
Or you can
happen.
look like who's an anime character that people think is hot? That's a guy.
Just some Genshin Impact character. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
they
Whatever
like.
Genshin Impact.
Sasuke.
Yeah.
People love
Yeah,
Sasuke.
Sasuke.
People
yeah, that's
do
it.
love
They
that
love
Sasuke.
You guys read the new one shot about Naruto? Sorry, about Boruto's grandpa.
No,
Oh no, I didn't care enough.
we weren't
Yeah,
talking
so-
about new Chainsaw Man though.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shonen Jump
That's a
ran a
good-
competition for like the most liked character, most voted for would get a special one shot from the creator. And Boruto's grandpa won. Sakura came in third.
I was about to say, is it the conception of Naruto? Because that's all they're interested in.
Oh man, that'd be incredible. But no, it is a love story between him and Boruto's grandma.
Oh, okay.
I don't get it. How come they didn't just say, oh yeah, your dad used to be like the president, so let's treat you right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
insane. I don't get it.
Like, I don't know. No, not only was he president, he nobly sacrificed his life to save all of us. So to repay him and that memory, we hate you.
Also, the current
you,
president
you piece of shit.
loved his dad as like a son. Literally.
In fact, all the other ninjas are like, yeah, that dude was so cool.
He was the biggest hero that ever was, and apparently his mom was well liked as well.
Yep. And the current president trained the guy who trained him, and like,
No, because it's a shonen, so they have to be sad at the beginning.
Well,
Luffy
it's
wasn't.
shown.
Because it doesn't make sense if he had a good life.
Luffy didn't.
Yeah, no, Luffy.
Yeah, I know.
Luffy was fine. Now the whole point is like, no, that just means Naruto is heavily flawed, as we've discovered by looking at Naruto.
The longer it runs, the worse it gets.
Okay. While his best friend's whole family got murdered because they were thinking of,
They were going to do a coup.
Yeah, no, that's the heavy implication is they were gonna do a coup.
Like they were gonna do it, and then Itachi
I feel like
had
they
to
could have
kill.
talked him out of it.
Yeah, and like no, Itachi had to like kill them all.
And he had to kill everyone, not just the adults.
Oh yeah,
but
it
also
was
the
like the
kids
kid.
too.
Oh, he killed them all.
Yeah, I just don't kill the kids. It's the adults that are doing it.
Nope. Then the kids will grow up knowing hatred in their hearts.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they're gonna hate Itachi because Itachi murdered their family, and they're gonna go after him.
Yeah,
But the smart ones might ask, why did he kill them? Then they're gonna start
like Sasuke did, only to change his mind immediately afterwards.
Yeah, don't worry about it. They're good now. He's good now.
It's good now.
Also, why didn't the Ninja Society just kill Sasuke, like, immediately? Like, if you're ordering the assassination of an entire family and even the children, and then like one gets away, like you just send one of those Ambu assassins, you just like blow them up.
Well, Kevin,
that's because the kid. Go ahead.
That's because their love and respect for what Itachi did for the village bestowed upon them of like kind of kinship in this child, and he needed to be like protected and raised.
Yeah. Also, I think overanalyzing Naruto is like trying to overanalyze like a puddle. You're like, why can't I sell my boat here? It's like it's just a puddle.
Why didn't Samurai 8 take off? Why did no one care about that?
That's
yeah.
A
much better story.
Why didn't Hisoka just go fight the Chimera ants?
Yeah.
And then he realized that, and he was real sad. Or you were going to talk about that Vampire Survivors documentary.
Fuck. Oh, yeah.
That
maybe have the best bit.
Yeah, so the creator doesn't like...
recently.
Yeah, the creator is very much like Yoko Taro, where he doesn't want to be photographed. And so Danny O'Dwyer had a Muppet Dracula made to represent him.
Good. I love it.
I fucking love that.
I'm all into it.
I do have some problems.
Man, I'm all for creators that are just like, yeah, I don't want to be seen. Just play my shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's the coolest thing you can be is to not try to be cool.
Yep.
It's the allure. That's why Yoko Taro rules. And his documentary when he's just sitting fully clothed in the bathtub looking at like an idol.
He lost his
Toby
mask
Fox fall in that category too? Because I don't think I've ever seen his face.
No. They did one joke where like they took off the mask and it was like Suda 51 underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That was the joke. Like it was me all along.
It's Wario 64. Look at him.
Yeah,
I do think it's funny. Yoko Taro lost his mask or had it stolen at like Gamescom or something.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
I think he wore a different mask.
Yeah. I know, like
He's
Toby
like,
Fox
oh yeah, don't worry.
does the same thing. Where like he doesn't have pictures of himself, and if he does, he just holds up the picture of that dog. He's like, "Yep, that's me now." I respect it. I respect creators that don't show themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Who's the YouTuber who did the big unmasking and then he got bullied for just being a dude?
Oh,
and
that was
like,
Dream. That was Dream with the normal pills. Never forget that.
That's what the mask's for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't care about you until you put on the mask. That was said by Rick Sanchez Joker.
That's when you go, shut up, dude, you're just playing Minecraft all day. But this isn't deep.
No, you're
playing, what was it, Minecraft?
It was
Minecraft Hunger
speed.
Games.
It was Minecraft speed runs, and then it was like revealed he cheated or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like his seed was wrong, and that's how he got like the Minecraft speed run record. And then like the children rioted, and I don't know.
I still think it's like weird that you can get like famous off playing video games.
Yeah. Did I talk
like,
about?
It's cool, but it's also still.
You can get famous playing sports, so like, it's not different to me.
Yeah, Did I talk about
That's true.
fully discovering the lore behind Poppy's playtime? On like,
No.
okay, so I did because Drew forced me to do it,
Uh,
No, I didn't.
and
why?
and man, Poppy playtime kind of sucks. It's not very good. I still think in terms of baby horror, which is like all like every it's like here's like an Elmo and its name is like Flumply Dumply and then it has big scary teeth. Like that's like all of them are that. Like every single one, like you'll go to one of these channels where they talk about the lore and it's like where did Woogle Doogle get to the playtime fun? And you're just it's like, oh, there's so many. And Woogle Doogle is just like a Sesame Street with fangs. Like every time.
He was killed by Flim Flam Glim Glom,
Yeah, it was Glimglom in the Fun Factory.
and that's where the nightmare really started.
But the Fun Factor. I will say, in Poppy's Playtime's defense, that the character design of Mommy Longlegs is very unsettling because of how they animated it. It's like one of those like slappy hand, like stretchy things, and it crawls around like a spider, and it's very weird. I don't like it, but I think that's like the point. So I'll give them props on that. But the lore is not good. It's another one of like, oh, they killed the kids to make them into the toys, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Is that what Bindi is from?
Bindi and the Ink Machine is different. Bindi is they killed the children to make the magical ink to make the cartoon go better.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah, Walt Disney murdered those children.
Yeah, Walt Disney murdered the
make
children, and then he made the demon, and the demon was like a thing. But then some of the workers also became ink monsters, and your character is trapped in an eternal time loop of suffering because the game developer only made like 3 hours of video game. That's also the like child horror is all of these games are like 90 minutes long. And they're like it's terrible. Apparently Poppy Playtime also has its own separate like Dead by Daylight version where you have to play as like workers doing task and then there's a monster that's trying to get you and there's microtransactions.
Oh man, it's like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I love it. They're all
the next thing you're gonna do, what is it? What's it called? Hello Neighbor.
I already know the story of Hello Neighbor.
Oh, never mind.
Hello Neighbor is like it went off the rails because they tried to make a video game and couldn't. Like they released it in like early access where the whole thing was like you're trying to go into like the neighbor's house and it was like vaguely implied the neighbor was sinister, and then it got real weird where like the neighbor had like powers and then kidnapped you as the character, and then you had to go into like what could only be described as like a Tim Burton-esque kind of like dreamscape. And you're like, oh wow, they didn't know what to do. It was one of those where like they had the early access concept and then it blew up way too hard and they got too much money and didn't know what to do, so all the money went away and then it kind of half came out. Apparently the new one is like some kind of first-person shooter and you're shooting up Sesame Streets and it's like Neighbor or whatever.
Like, I don't know. That's something I respect about Vampire Survivors. Is he just put it out for $3 and then when it blew up, he didn't change anything about it. It's just like, nope. This is why it's a $3 game. This is why it's now a $5 game.
Big respect for him.
Yeah. It is very hard to say, here's my game plan and I'm sticking to it.
Well, that's how it used to be. Where's the gotcha? Where's the gotcha mechanics? I need my 10 pulls.
Yeah. How are we gonna ring the user dry?
Also, the more I
play, we're gonna
bleed
those whales.
The more I play Lobotomy Corporation, the cooler it gets.
I thought you said you're done. Oh no, that's
No,
Mecha Bell.
that's Mecha Bell. Lobotomy, I'm still going. I want to finish that game, at least one of the endings, because it's radical. It's so cool. Because like, like I got the sculpture made of mannequin legs, and I didn't know how it worked, so the plan was ignore it. Like, whenever I sent someone into the sculpture made of mannequin legs, they would always get absorbed into the middle of it, and then it would escape and kill everyone in the facility. So the new plan was just leave it alone.
How'd that work?
It worked out okay. But the plague doctor kept baptizing people, and every time it did, a clock would appear on screen, and their name would appear on it, and the thing would tick closer to 12 midnight, and it was really scary. Thankfully, we never got there because I had several everything dies. Because I made a guy stick into the shelter, but he stayed too long in the shelter, and then everything escapes. I'm like, well, this isn't working well. And then I had to restart again. The current run's going okay. But yeah,
I'm glad you're having fun with your game.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love that game. It's so good.
Man, Final Fantasy 16 is great until you get to the section where you have to walk around and talk to people.
I heard, yeah, like I keep hearing that it's like so wildly oscillates between like the most insane spectacle and greatest thing I've ever seen to like boring.
Oh no, I just did the Bahamut fight, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing, this is so great. And now it's just getting boring again, and I'm like, come on, hurry up.
It's the proper Final Fantasy 14 experience.
Yeah.
Where you're doing like, you're seeing a cool cutscene, and then you have to do the part where you have to walk to like the 4 sparklies and talk to people, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, but the parts that are cool are really cool. So I'm like, I'll get through it just so I can see another big fight.
The parts that aren't are really not. Yep, that's
at a point where I'm like, I'm ready for it to get done with now, though.
Yeah, I did finish Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. I still
not as good as that first game.
I even thought like the first. I feel like I'm more friendly to the first game because it was so radical a departure that like a lot of my complaints, I'm like, okay, they're figuring it out. They'll mess it. Like, I wanted Tears of the Kingdom to be an evolution on Breath of the Wild and like fixing some of the issues that game had, and it didn't really do it. Instead, it added more issues. It doubled down on things. I was like, why are you doubling down on this?
Kevin, what you're thinking of is Resident Evil 4 to Resident Evil 5.
Well, no, because at least Resident Evil 5 had like there's stuff in Resident Evil 5 I think is cool. Even though it's a flawed game. And I guess that kind of goes the same with Tears of the Kingdom, because there are stuff in that game I think is cool. It's just the problem is the game either doesn't make you do it or doesn't give you enough incentives to do it unless you just have intrinsic motivation, which apparently, thanks to playing MMOs for like so long, I do not have intrinsic motivation anymore. So like, I'm not going to explore the underground unless there's like some kind of sword there. I need the underground to be full of cool loot, or I ain't going.
Testing.
You're back.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Welcome back. I'm just talking about how I have no intrinsic motivation anymore for video games.
Why were you talking about Resident Evil 5?
Well, Nolan was saying that like the jump between Tears of the Kingdom and like Breath of the Wild was like 4 to 5. And my retort.
In a good way?
Well, I think that my retort is that I think Resident Evil 5, there's still some neat things to it.
I like 5. I don't think it's a horror game, but I think if you're playing 5 with an actual other person,
There's
It's
some,
very
yeah.
enjoyable.
there's cool stuff in Resident Evil 5. Like,
Yep.
I would say it'd be more like 5 to 6. Where like 5 is like
That's insulting.
where like 5 is like, okay, there's some cool stuff here, and then 6 there's like no cool stuff. It's like, no. It got worse.
Yeah.
Except like Jake Wesker. I think Jake Wesker is really cool. I like him.
Yeah, okay. I'll go with that.
I think he's like really cool. It's like Dante came back into Resident Evil. I think that's like neat. Or like Dante started in Resident Evil and then left, and then they made kind of Dante come back into Resident Evil. I'm like, oh, that's fun. Sherry Birkin has powers. That's cool. I like that part. The rest of that game can go away.
Wow.
I like the idea of like Wesker powers doing
I
stuff.
don't like the way the zombies transformed and stuff. I thought it
Yeah.
looked kind of stupid.
That is, the transforming zombies is cool. It wasn't cool they became soldiers that shoot at you. I don't like
Yeah.
that. Not a fan of gunplay. But other than that, that's
I don't like it when zombies. I like zombies be able to use basic tools, and that's it.
yeah, that's part of like what made the Ganado cool. Is that they had some kind of like sapience, but not enough to like shoot a gun. Except for like the one guy with the minigun, but even then, he's just kind of waving it at you.
He's
You
just
gotta
cranking
treat
it.
them like what's it?
Yeah.
Ogren.
Yeah, JJ to the jet plane, waving it, big time. What other things?
Yeah.
Do we have enough time to go more into our list, or is that just?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
No, we're good. I don't have to be back for another like 20 minutes.
Okay, I'll do a little
Okay,
bit.
yeah, let's
We'll
let's blow
do
another.
Yeah, we'll get another thing done. I gotta open it. Where is it?
Yep. I did.
Okay.
I really did.
So my number 4,
All right, yeah, we're on number 4.
yeah, my number 4 is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Okay.
This is another one where
Oh, okay.
Tony Hawk games, you can't say the modern one. I wish you could just say the current one,
No,
but you can't.
No, okay. I agree a lot. Tell me more about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and how good Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is.
Oh man, this is
Guess
so
that's-
good. It's like it takes the culmination of the system, you know, with like reverbs, wall slaps, not getting off of your skateboard to run around.
I like 2 more than
And put-
1.
But this puts it well, see, Tony Hawk's 3 is my favorite. But was my favorite, but then this one is like, I don't know, Tony Hawk. This
No,
one-
Tony Hawk 2, like when we were talking about like the evolution of the system, and like Tony Hawk 1 is really strong, and Tony Hawk 2 is like because I think Tony Hawk 2 adds the reverb or the thing.
I think
like-
that's 3.
Is that 3?
Is where
I
they
thought
yeah,
which
3
one
is-
added the manual?
I think that was in the first one.
No, I don't. I didn't think it was because there was like that was the thing that lets you keep your combo between ramps was you could manually.
No, you
between
have to
them.
do it. You have to do a reverb when you land into a manual.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, Tony Hawk Pro Skater rules.
Yep.
I rented
And
that
so-
game a lot and always enjoyed it whenever I did.
So okay, it's one of those where looking back, I want to say Tony Hawk 3 is my favorite because I also just spent a ton of time in the like create a skate park
Yeah.
mode. But also I know like I'm cognizant now that I never made a single good skate park. So really it's better that they just said like, nah, here's like the first and second one and everything you love about them, and like the whole thing is updated and looks great. Character creator is still there, and it's the most disappointing thing in the world that then Activision was just like, and we've shuttered that team and sent them to work on other projects instead of like, because when you start that game and you say, oh, I'm gonna play Tony Hawk 1 or oh, I'm gonna go over and pick Tony Hawk, there is space on that menu. There is space on that screen for clearly a 3 and a 4 at least.
We could have had HD Eric Sparrow, the greatest villain, possibly in fiction. I think it's reasonable if you want to say Eric Sparrow is one of, if not the greatest villain in all of fiction.
But the game just controls so good. It's so easy to get back into and just play a level and oh, you didn't get all the gold. Hey, you just hit start and reset, and it resets like so fast. There's not a huge load time as it's like processing. No, it's snappy and responsive. And I think, an unrelated topic, the only way forward for the Vampire Survivor genre is to just make a Tony Hawk game that's also an auto shooter.
There you go.
You just make the movement better and more enjoyable.
Yeah, do some grinds. Now, everyone loves to grind. Sonic knew it.
Good.
Sonic knew
It's
it.
so good.
You put those grinds in there, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, but Sonic doesn't even have the balance bar pop up.
Well,
Sonic
that's why
sucks.
I'm saying we can improve.
Sonic doo-doo.
Sonic is great.
Sonic doo-doo.
Sonic is great. Well, okay, there's if you want to say Sonic as a whole is doo-doo, I'll agree. There's more doo-doo than good. But there's there's 3 or 4 games in there that are really good. Nolan, what's your number 4?
Oh, hold up. Where's this go on the list?
Oh, on the list, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Because this is the collection. This is not the games themselves.
Yeah, this is just episode 1. This is the newest thing they put out.
I would put
I would want to put it. I'm trying to decide if I want it above Star Wars or below Portal. Because those are.
See,
I
You know,
also
I take it back. I want it above Star Wars because I feel like it was more instrumental to my.
I would put
my
it
early
above Star
experiences.
Wars because to me, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is, I consider it kind of like an arcade game, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is like an extremely good arcade game.
No, we did.
Also, so this thing does have the benefit of going and playing it, and it does the thing where it plays like you remember it playing.
Yeah, that's
If you go back and actually play Tony Hawk 1, you're gonna try to do stuff, and it's not gonna do what you exactly want. And this is not. This plays like you remember it being. It's better than the original.
All right, Nolan, do you want to go?
So I put it
Yeah.
above No More Heroes.
Oh, okay.
I'll accept it. I'm not gonna fight. I'm really not gonna fight for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. It's a really good game.
Oh, then I'm
It's
gonna
a
put
great
it
game.
above
It
Melee.
deserves to be in the top.
I would not
half,
put it
for sure.
above Melee.
See, now we're fighting.
No.
See, no, it's not. It is no.
It's great. It's not that great.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
I'm sorry, does Melee have Superman?
Melee has
No, but you can play Superman in the background. That's perfect.
There you go. Melee also.
You can play a Superman in the crappy knockoff.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am. Fuck. I love it. So my number 4. It's just a game I think I enjoyed. It's mainly because it's so recent, and I enjoyed it so much when it came out. But seeing the sequel come out, I'm a little more disappointed by it. It's going to be Breath of the Wild.
No, that's okay.
I think at the time it was pretty amazing, a new step forward in what Zelda was going to be. Now I realize that was a step they should have not kept taking.
I think there's still stuff there. Like my personal
Oh,
feelings
it's
on
cool.
Breath of the
It's
Wild are not like indicative of the caliber and quality of the game. It's like this is
yeah.
that game is not for me. I want to be very clear. I complain about those games, but it's not like I don't want to yuck people's yums because I think they are constructed well. It's just the the loops and systems do not hit for me.
Well, once it's the same loop system, then it's kind of like, eh.
But I did like Breath of the Wild.
But when it came out, amazing.
Oh yeah.
Like
No, that first
nothing like it.
the first bit of Breath of the Wild, like the problem, my issue with Breath of the Wild is I feel like that game does not hit the highs of that tutorial island. Like the great step of that game is immaculate.
Oh yeah.
Because you're like, okay, you're doing stuff. There's multiple solutions to it, and they're not like clear. Like one of the shrines is on top and it's cold. Do you go talk to the guy and get some like cold weather gear? Do you make some food? And do you make some fires along the way? Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
In
A game where
microcosm,
when it's in a
right?
game where it's not just one solution
Yeah.
that you have to
Mhm.
run to, and I kind of love that about it.
But like my issues are that like you don't get any serious upgrades after like
Kevin is like when Netero went to the Dark Continent in Hunter x Hunter, and he's like, "This is not the fight I was looking for. This is not the strength I desired."
basically there's not
Yeah.
a lot there. Like but I still think it's a good game. And it's really cool. But it does not, it like rubs me the wrong way.
Mhm.
And I also, and part of it is like retroactively, I don't like that they've gone so hard in on like the Breath of the Wild setting. Or like the settings I really like don't get, like have not gone in as hard as like, we're going to do Breath of the Wild, then we're going to do the, like all in, this Hyrule's the one. And I'm like, I don't know. It's not my favorite. It's not Majora's Mask and Wind Waker.
I mean, Wind Waker got a
Yeah.
lot.
Wind Waker did get a lot.
Yeah, true.
That's very true. I think that was more because of just how it looked, and it was easier to like translate to like DS games
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah, 100%.
instead of like
Yeah.
And also Game Boy games. I count the Minish Cap
Yeah.
and Four Swords.
oh yeah, no,
Wind
it's
Waker.
just that art style Link was very portable.
Yeah.
Instead of like people like no, it's like we can just kind of just throw that in there. But
Yep,
yeah,
easy
no, I
enough.
think Breath. So where on the list does it go? Breath of the
We're on this.
I would put it near Shadow of the Colossus. I would put it below Shadow of the Colossus, but that's where I would put it.
I would also agree to put it below Shadow of the Colossus. That does sound right.
I can live with that.
Because to me, like Shadow of the Colossus is kind of that same kind of world, open world stuff, but I feel like thematically Shadow of the Colossus hit me and Breath of the Wild didn't. In terms of like feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still saying it's good. Any other thoughts about Breath of the Wild?
No.
I've actually played that
I'll
one.
be-
All right. I'm going to wrap it up.
Only that I'm still amazed that it ran on the Switch.
Yeah, like I'm saying, Tears of the Kingdom actually performing is like a masterpiece.
Yep.
Like that
Oh,
game
yeah.
works is a masterpiece.
All right, what's your number 4,
All
Kevin?
right, my number 4 is the last fighting game on my list. It is a fighting game that is not the newest fighting game, but combined with nostalgia has become the top fighting game. And that, of course, is Soul Calibur 2.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I've nothing bad to say about it except you put it at 4.
There's
Yeah.
Soul Calibur 2 is so good in all aspects.
Okay. Yeah. This
It is the best Soul
definitely gonna
Calibur.
go high on this list.
It is the best. My top three are just like I can't deny them. But yo, Soul Calibur 2 is like playing it is good. The systems are good. There's enough content in that game. Like
There's a ton of content.
like
in
when
that
people
game.
were complaining like around like Street Fighter 4 and stuff, where there was like not a lot to do. Like and people were saying like, oh well, Mortal Kombat was the one that had a bunch of crap. Like Soul Calibur 2 has as much stuff as those PlayStation 2 Mortal Kombats, except it's an actually good game.
Yeah.
Much shit.
I think it has. I don't know. I didn't really touch those games, but yeah, it has like everyone has a story mode, and with like
There's
their
like the
destined
Weapon Master
fight,
mode, and
the
there's
weapon master
Dude,
mode
Weapon
that's
Master mode's the
so
best.
long and so many different variations on like what the fights are, and then like the exhibitions and all the illustrations. Oh,
like it doesn't have as much as those Mortal Kombat games because they just kept throwing garbage in them. Like one of them just had Puzzle Fighter for no reason. But
Yeah.
Soul Calibur 2, once again, is a video game you can play and it plays good. Soul Calibur works well. I think the character designs are all good
uh-huh.
except Necrid. But
Yeah.
Necrid is kind of good in like a bad way.
He's a Todd McFarlane.
Like I gotta love Necrid. Like Necrid has grown on me because he's terrible.
Yeah.
It's like Necrid is the mole on Marilyn Monroe that only seems to accentuate the beauty. You're like, ah. Also, Link was in it, and that was so cool. That's the one.
And Hihachi.
Heihachi
And
was in it.
Heihachi.
Spawn was there, which like, well,
No one played that one.
no. But even like what
I
will
wish they could have had like a definitive version where you got to play as everybody.
all three. Like even though like I think if Soul Calibur 2 came out like when I was slightly younger, I would have been really excited for Spawn to be in there. Cause I had a Spawn phase where like, yo, Spawn's the coolest. Like briefly in like 6th to 7th grade, like between there, I was like, yo, Spawn rules.
Yo, he's so edgy.
He's so
awesome.
edgy. He's from hell, but he fights the demons, and he has that number that goes down, and you're like, what's gonna happen when the number hits 0?
And it's never gonna hit 0.
Yep.
It's true.
They just ignore it.
He's gonna keep getting it refilled.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
100 good deeds of Eddie McDowell. It never hit 0.
Never hit 0.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's like my number 4, Soul Calibur 2. I think it's a great.
Okay, so
video
so
game.
where do you think this goes, Kevin?
Okay. It goes above Melee.
I want to. You know what? Put it above.
I'm looking at the top of the list right now.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
That's where I put it.
Low disco.
would you put
honestly.
it above Disco?
I put it above Disco.
Fuck no, I would put it above disco. You're right. I think it deserves to be at the top.
All right,
That game is so great.
I'm gonna fight it because Soul Calibur 2 is real good.
Oh
It's
my
really
gosh.
good.
Yep.
Yo, that game, like
Just a childhood playing that game.
Mm-hmm.
well,
Even
it's,
when like 3 and 4 were out, I'm like, yeah, fuck that dude. I just want to play 2.
no, 2 is the peak of that series.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
2
It's wild.
Like
They have spent decades chasing 2 now.
like
I would get excited when I saw it in an arcade.
like I think
Yep.
Soul Calibur 6 is chasing the peak of 1. Like 1 is below 2, and I think 6 is around the same as 1.
Yeah.
Or where does Soul Edge go in that list too?
Soul Edge is like the prototype.
Yeah, it's just below
Yeah.
1.
Like
'Cause
Soul,
It's just below 1.
it's old, but you see what they were going for.
Yep.
Like it's one of those games where like I'm not gonna say like, oh, it's like when you see like a first game in a thing and you're like, it's kind of messed up, but you're like, yeah, but it was the first one though. And
Mm-hmm.
you're like, okay. But yo, Soul Calibur 2, my number 4. Which lets you think about, I think I know what one of Drew's, at least in his top 3. That's what we got, the top 3s coming. I think one of Drew's top 3 could be Soul Calibur 2 again. Is going to show back up. But anyway, we'll have
I
to
would
keep
like
that
that, yeah.
mystery for later.
Yep.
Later days.
Yep. Later days.
Bye.
Bye.